welcome all the learner here in the new topic of the fourth week. That's about social justice and human rights. We are also going to discuss human rights in this topic. So, community workers, why it is important to understand the social justice and human rights aspect, because community workers and the social worker need to understand social justice because it is very functional and foundational to their role, promoting equitable, inclusive and supportive environments. That is what the one of the very important agenda of the community worker, to bring equality into the community. And this equality can be instrumental through the help of the intervention of the social justice. Maybe social policy could be coming from the macro level. So now coming to the this whole explanation of the idea of the social justice, the concept of social justice is a multidimensional and is quite comprehensive and present as the balancing wheel between the haves and haves not. So because in a community there are always some kind of the inequality, so there should be some kind of the instrument that could bring changes into that. So social justice is considered to be important, instrumental aspect that brings equality into the community, equity into the community, and equitable distribution of the social, material and political resources to all the citizen, which is being citizen of any area of any county or any nation. That is their basic right. But in what is in the reality happened, that few are having and few are not. So this is what the objective of social justice, to look into that, where is the gap between haves and haves not. It seeks to remove all social, economic and political inequalities and discrimination, and afford equal opportunities to all men and women in society in general. So the mission of many social work organizations like NASW, if I take in here, so the mission of most national and international professional social work association reinforce social work from the social context and then social justice mission. So this is what the fundamental basic objective of social worker, to bring social justice into the community. So social justice is the product of social injustice. Actually, if the injustice is there, you have to work to bring the social justice, right? So it seeks to improve the equality and status and opportunities to all in general. It may be defined as the right of the weak, particularly poor and aged or destitute, children, women and other underprivileged section of the society. So usually it is considered as a right of the underprivileged community. So because they are comes under the haves not. Haves are already, so you have to bring those haves not into that same space. So that is what is the objective and the larger goal of the social policy. The concept of social policy further defined as this is social justice is not just the kind of the justice, because here in the justice we have added the term social, so its scope area has become widened, and the scope area has widened, and this all the issues and the problems and the reforms comes under this periphery of the social justice. Thereby, right, so it's actually targeted is to bringing change into all the social, economical and then political arena of the social life. According to the John Rawls, the concept of social justice is all social primary goods, either it's a liberty and opportunity, income and wealth, and the basis of self-respect, are to be distributed equally, unless an unequal distribution of any of all these goods is to be advantage of the least favored. Until it has not been goes to the least favored, you cannot call the community is having all the kind of the social justice. See, here it's both the material and non-material social justice is, I mean, if you look into the definition, you can identify that the two types of the social justice this definition talks about. One is the material, another is very abstract, or something related to your dignity and liberty and dignity and worth. So that definitely dignity and worth is going to give you in any material term, but the health access or the health support system or any kind of the wealth support system, any kind of the economic support system, these all are the material as well. So social justice is not only about the material thing, it's also about the non-material thing, or it's concerned about your dignity and wealth worth as well. So liberty and opportunity, income and wealth, and basis of self-respect, right? So this is what the major concept and major objective of the social justice. Moving ahead, what or whom are for whom this social justice is actually required, and how you can go with the social justice, and means how the social justice is actually bringing change into to those for whom the social justice has been formed. So social justice actually involves the disadvantaged population of the community, right? And how you can one can do, and this social justice bring changes, so through social engineering, which is an attempt to actually bring change in the societal order, to deal with the social problem. Such socioeconomic changes can be brought through the laws, because there are always some kind of the resources may be there, but it is in hand of few. And you're being the member of the society, you have all the rights to avail those resources, but because of the very rigid kind of the power structure, or maybe any political reasons could be, so that resources is not very available to haves not. So it is what the role of the social justice here. And being a social worker, you can intervene into that with the with the this kind of as an instrument of social justice, that this is the resource is has to be available, has to be accessed by those who is not I mean who is disadvantaged, or who is not having it, maybe from earlier. And historically we can see that in our society there are a lot people and set of section of the society, they are underprivileged, they have been denied many rights and many facilities since time immemorial. So this is what the social justice is here, to actually resolve these inequalities and try to benefit them all. Okay. So its importance of social justice is what, looking, and these are, you could also call it as an objective of the social justice: freedom. And freedom is what, is about the empowerment, is about the opportunity, is about the autonomy of the members of the community, right? So freedom here doesn't mean that getting freedom from freedom from jail, or freedom something like that. So here freedom means once someone is empowered, someone is accessible to some resources, he is free to get any kind of the reach anywhere, to go anywhere, to get any kind of the resources. That is what the freedom. We have all witnessed the kind of the the kind of uh, injustice happen by the society, not by the law, but by the society with the Dalit community. They are not free to move anywhere. They are not free to take water from some wells which has been taken by the upper caste community. Although there are a lot laws has been there right now after independence that supports them, but even though the reality is that all this has not been 100% applicable. If it is applicable, however, 100% not been used by those communities many a time, because maybe some because of they're not aware about, and maybe the social workers are not there, the agencies are not there supporting them at the macro level. So the problem is at the meso level, right? So empowerment and opportunity as an autonomy, if there, so we could say that the community is having all the kind of the freedom from the social justice perspective. Fairness and equality is talking about the same. It's about the equitable treatment, legal protections. So if anyone wants some kind of the legal protections, he and she could have, as the citizen of India, I have all the legal rights or legal protection. So this is what and again the fair distribution. So fair distribution is again important, and again bringing change into the life of the haves not. This is again very important objective of the social policy. And then reduction of inequality. If the fairness and equality prevail in any community, we can be very assured that we could achieve this objective of actually reducing the inequality within a community. So reducing inequality is so important, because economic injustice has always been there. Social equity required. Social equity is so much important instrument for bringing the kind of helpful in reducing the inequalities within a community. Reducing division and social cohesion. Reducing division and bringing social cohesion is so important, again, because we have already discussed so much in the earlier sessions regarding how the cohesion is important for any community. So here cohesion is required between two sections of the society. So cohesion within community is definitely is important, but if there's cohesion is not been there between the two subsection of the community, there would be always a conflict kind of things prevailed. So this is the many reasons behind this divisions, maybe the cultural reason, and then gender reason, and mainly the caste region, and then class reasons are there. So if providing all kind of social security measures, providing all kind of legal protection to them. So all these haves and haves not can come together, right? Promoting human dignity. So again, human dignity, as I've earlier discussed, that human dignity is what is not a material aspect, but it's a kind of the emotional aspect that is being also protected by the social justice aspects, right? So protection, I mean, this is a holistic aspect of well-being. This is promotion of human dignity is about the it's actually through this promoting kind of the well-being, giving respect to even to the people coming from the very disadvantaged community, is what is boosting their worth, boosting their selves. This is what human dignity is required, and this is very important objective of the human social justice as well as of the human rights. Now coming to the principle of social justice, what the principle of social justice talks about. So as we have already discussed, the social justice is a broader concept based on social, cultural and economic and political status of any community. Principles are the vital basis on the formation of social justice, strategies and achievement of social justice at all the levels of the society. So just look at all the principle one by one. So the principle of human dignity, as principle of human dignity talks about the race, gender and background deserves dignity. You belong to any race, you belong to any class or caste or gender, you deserve dignity. So for that reason, the LGBTQ community is asking for their dignity, the kind of the rights along with their dignity. Dignity is with their LGBTQ is so major concern. So I mean, they're asking for many rights, but dignity is so much important, central point of their overall demands. So dignity is a term used in moral, ethical and political discussion to signify that a being has an innate right to be valued and receive ethical, respect and ethical treatment by others. So this is what the principle of human dignity talk about, and human and social justice is looking at into this very critically and very importantly. Yes, the United Nation Universal Declaration of Human Rights has already said that the foundational document in their foundational document, that principle of human dignity as the fundamental human right is so important. Human dignity is so important in front of, I mean, for the human rights perspective, right? And then it's all same way it's important for the social justice aspect. Next is the principle of equity. Equity is what? Equity refers to the fair distribution of resources and opportunities, taking into account the different needs and circumstances of individuals and groups. Maybe whatever the requirements of one gender is not the requirement of the other gender. Maybe the requirement of one caste is not the requirement of the other caste, right? So it emphasizes justice in outcomes rather than just on a process. So overall, two people cannot run from the same line. If someone is disabled, another is not. So who definitely, if the other one is even the sluggish and all, even he reach first comparing to that disabled person. So giving some kind of the support system, some kind of the equity, giving, draws some line in front of that person who is able. So it's given kind of the equity is, we can think about the equity could be prevailed. So that is what the principle of equity talks about, right? Unlike equality, when focuses on treating everyone the same regardless of their context, equity aims to achieve just outcomes by recognizing and addressing disparities. Like reservation is one very example of equity, of the principle of equity given to the scheduled caste and OBC even. Next is the principle of common good. This principle talks about that whatever the social justice that has to be bring happiness and goodness to in totality to all, to everyone in the society. So it's like implementing of a universal healthcare system or vaccination, for example. So that is regardless of anyone has or has not, it has to be reached to everyone, right? So like the vaccination during the corona period, it's not for the scheduled caste only, and for the underprivileged only, or for the minorities, or for anyone who is underprivileged. It was for everyone, for haves and haves not. So this is what the principle of common good. This is also very important objective and principle of social justice, right? So society should allow each of its members to fulfill his or her own vocation in so far it's social common good requires that the infrastructure of the society is conducive to the social well-being, like the good road, good parks, clinics. So these all are the important in an integral part of the social justice for to ensure common good to all. Next is about the principle of access to resources. The principle asserts that all individuals should be equal access to the resources and important resources such as the education, healthcare, and employment opportunities, regardless of their backgrounds or circumstances. Particularly, if we talk about the health aspect and particularly on the contraceptive aspect, so many a time it's like it's a rights, it's a kind of sexual rights of every being belong to any gender, whether it's male or female, to access to the kind of the contraceptives, right? Many a time it's not easy for the couple or easy for the male or the female or even to any third gender to get the any kind of the contraceptive. So it has to be available to them. It has to be not only the accessibility, but awareness is also the kind of the right or sexual right or the social in general the right of being human or human right, that they have to be aware about, they have to access about the resources. So along with the accessibility is also important of the awareness aspect. Okay, so access to resources is a fundamental aspect of social justice that emphasizes the need of equitable opportunities for all individuals in the communities. By addressing barriers to access and promoting policies that ensure equitable distribution of resources, society can work towards a more just and inclusive future. So if the things has not been accessible, so you have to look into what are the reason behind the inaccessibility of particular resources, whether it is health aspect or any other aspect, maybe education. So some are not allowed to come and to sit with others, so that's also in the school settings or in the education setting. So that's also actually a kind of the gap which actually restricts some community members not to avail certain or not to get the opportunity to avail certain programs, certain kind of the resources available. So that is what is important to look into and have to work on those barriers. Coming to the next, the principle of solidarity. We all are humans, and we are actually the Homo sapiens, the members, and then progeny, and we are coming from the same progeny. We all are the humans, right? Whether not divided into the caste and the class and races and then colors and then genders. Even though we all are human, we all carries 46 number of the chromosomes, right? 23 we carry from we all carry from mother and 23 from our father. So we all humans have carries the 46 chromosomes. If one is missing, so we will not be considered as a human. So being human, we all are equal. That's what the principle of solidarity talks about, and that is what the basic essence of the human rights aspect and the social justice aspect. So we are one human family, whatever our national, racial, ethnic, whatever, or maybe we have different ideological different ideologies. So an ethic or care acknowledging our interdependence belong is every aspect of human experience, including the family, community, society, and global dimensions. Solidarity highlights in the particular way of intrinsic social nature of human person, the equality of all dignity and rights of the common path of individual and peoples towards an ever more committed unity. So once all the human beings coming together, develop the kind of the solidarity, we can think about a more just society. So it's a more kind of the macro principle of social justice, right? So solidarity emphasizes the interconnectedness of individual and communities, advocating for mutual support, collective action, and address to social justice. And this principle of solidarity we have actually witnessed. I always, give this example because this is the beautiful example come across the all humankind. This is how we have actually worked together and work to combat the issue of the corona, the problem of corona that every one of us actually witnessed. So that because we actually fight back with this problem because of our solidarities. Definitely with the health aspect, there's also the part of the human being, one of the integral part of a subsystem of our system. So even though because of our togetherness, we actually come back into the normalcy. So that is what the principle of solidarity talks about. Sixth principle is about the principle of stewardship or sustainability. See, whatever, this is also important social justice principle that we have to haves and haves not. right now we have all the resources. For example, the air, good air, having a good amount of balanced amount of oxygen and all those carbon dioxide and everything. Even the we have a, maybe we have a drinking water facilities, but maybe it is not going to happen in the future. So those have not in the future is has to be looked after in a present day human being. So then we can think about the social justice for the future. I mean, this is a way we can, I just make you understand, right? So sustainability and the principle stewardship talks about the same. It is actually incumbent upon us to recognize and protect the value of all people and all resources of on our planet. So believing as a whole globe as our home, right? So stewardship of resources is important for of all level settings, family, community, agency and society. So at every level we have to concern about the nature, we have to concern about our earth. It's not like that one country has, you know, is agreed to use the chlorofluorocarbon and another is said that we have already used, you have already used, now it's our turn that we are going to use. How much it is going to affect to the you know, ozone layer, that's not our concern. So it is not, should not be the part of the, you know, this principle. So the principle is stewardship and sustainable. I'm just talking, giving a very macro level example. Even at the micro level, if you're not looking around you, or you're not actually growing the trees, so you that tree, maybe you're not getting the fruits in your own life, maybe some other generation get the fruit, but this is what the equality and looking into this whole earth as your own home, right? So this is what the sustainability, when everyone is think on this line that this earth is their home. So you always give in due respect to your lands, to your environment, and you actually became so much you know, activist in the environmental aspect, environmental issues. This is the concern. Every one of you have to wake up, and everyone have you to participate, not to participate only in the, you know, workshops and only in the debates and all, and then poster making. This is okay, this is also important to sensitize and motivate, but you have to change from here, from your, you know, from your soul. Then you can bring changes into the society, into the overall environment. Overall, okay, this is all about the morality. Being teacher, it's always been the part and parcel that we come with some kind of the moral education. Okay, so moving ahead, component of social justice. This is the last thing of today's lecture. Component of social justice is about that equity, access, participation, rights, redistributive justice, recognition, social responsibility and empowerment. These are some of the very important components that we have already discussed and reflected into the principles that we have discussed about the equity, how much it is important, and then how it recognizes the different people having different needs and circumstances, and so required tailored approach, and, you know, very tailored approach depending upon the demands of that particular section of the society. The concept is often you know, discussed in terms of the access to education, healthcare and housing and legal representation. Then equity, I've already given the example of reservation is one aspect which has been given under the social justice to bring the equity to those who have you know, not been considered as the haves as compared to the rest of the haves. There are other many debates is going around, but just stay here, only consider that how that equity is an important component of social justice. Access I have already discussed that ensure that all individuals should access to you know, the access to any kind of the resources, be it healthcare or the education or anything. So belong to any community, belong to any class and caste. So that is another important component. Participation means everyone should have the right to participate, and once they participate, the kind of empowerment they will develop, and the more and more participation is there, we can think and we can, you know, imagine the more just community. Then rights, this is another very important component that we have already discussed and reflected in the principles. The rights, it talks about this that everyone is having the right by virtue of nation of any country, or being the part of any community, or just being human, right? And then redistributive justice is again very important. Redistributive justice talks about that, focuses on the redistribution of wealth, power or resources to create a more equitable society. It is based on the idea that historical injustice happened and imbalance must be corrected through policies, through many policies, like Bhudan was one, and the many a time the land redistribution policies also been, the many zamindars have witnessed. So Sealing Act has been there. So because the zamindars and jagidars have excess amount of lands holding, and then the laborers who are working, and then landless laborers working on their lands, they had nothing. So maybe this is one of the example. There are other redistributive justices been there, and been done by the society, and by the government, and then policymakers. And then recognition, giving recognized is very important. Recognize someone as the human is important, right? So I just do remember the one of the very backward caste, or not considered as many a time by many people as like they call it as in Musard in Bihar. So this community suffers a lot, and even rapes are considered to be very normal with them. Even the upper caste people, they don't touch. And they don't drink the water, from their hands. But the rape is normal because, and see, just imagine, I mean, the kind of thought process, the kind of injustice in the community. So this is again, and we have to look into this. And then social responsibility is another very important, and then empowerment. Definitely after this all, we can think on the important component of social empowerment in the community. If the community is having all the equity, equality, access, participation, rights, redistributive justice, if someone is not having from the historically, so that has to be given to them. So this is all about the today's lecture. Thank you so much.